Hello, beautiful souls. How are you? Oh dear, you have a laugh at my glasses. They broke completely, so I've had to use this frame, which isn't bad, and I just put the lenses in there. I know I've got a gap, but who cares? At least I can see, so it's fine. Right, I've been drawn to use Starseed Oracle, so I hope you like that. Let me just turn down the music. Okay. So here I am, spirit of the moment. Just thought I'd use these cards. I had a funny dream last night. It wasn't very nice. It was like at an event or somewhere, lots of people. And it was my birthday, but I didn't tell anybody. But I ended up having to help myself to a cup of tea. And I was saying, oh, it's my birthday. That's not fair. So, yeah, it was really weird. I was like in a maze of people and nobody was interested in what I was on about or doing or anything. So but that's fine. Doesn't matter, does it? Does that resonate with you? Let me just put these distant glasses on as well. That's better. I can see you better now. Yes, so that's what I had. Anyway, let's see for the collective the messages that you need to hear right now, because we've got the Capricorn and new moon in Capricorn, and yeah, it's a practical card, isn't it? Hardworking. It can be a bit of I don't know, nudging, etc., making you feel you have to wait for your whatever you need, feel that you're waiting for what you want in life. So, and then it started to drain you, one thing another. So we just have to be patient. I feel we're being tested, so that's what's happening right now. Anyway, so let's see what messages we have for the collective souls for, is it the 17th or 18th? So 17th today, the 17th of January 2026. Thank you, Spirit. So what do we have, please? What do we all have for the collective souls? What do they need to know right now? Okay. Please show me all for the highest good of all. How are you doing? Let me know. Comment, please. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear what's going on. Oh, we've got 4 that's come out. Beautiful. Okay. So we've got, this is when you get over 40, you need glasses. I remember. Isn't that beautiful? What it says on there is soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. I'm sorry about the picture on here. I've been trying to alter it on my laptop, but it's basically blankety blank. What I mean to say is it's driving me nuts. I keep on trying to alter it and it doesn't want to do that. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, so I do apologise. It says, I remember. I feel that's nostalgia, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So let's see. We're all having to make do right now, aren't we, before we move on to pastures, other places, or etc. What did I say? I remember. I remember. Soul plan, fated life versus the destiny life. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of life you're living right now, when you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. So I'm going to put that down there on the chair. There we go. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you, or choose the one less travelled. This is like the Two of Swords, isn't it? You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, which is undefined, I'll say that again, sorry. Okay, you may find yourself at a crossroads at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you, or choose the one less travelled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, or difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life's journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through. It's all part of the larger plan. What are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? We've got I'm sorry. Beautiful blue light that's coming through. I feel it's Sirius, because I'm from Sirius, and the star seeds, the galactic healers are with us, and they're much closer now, and I do often see the blue light. Yes, it's Archangel Michael, but also the galactics as well, which are near us. They're helping us. I'm sorry. Okay, let's have a look. Defenselessness, writing past wrongs and uprooting. We're living in divisive times when we're hurt and triggered. We tend to see things as a personal attack rather than opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and to see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for star seeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally and collectively. I'm just going to turn that music down more because it's interfering. Oh. That's better. So I'm in the lounge. I wanted to raise the laptop up a little bit higher, but I'm not able to do that. Okay, so To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, severing, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or your society have, consciously or unconsciously, inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armour around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame, it's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in, or do healing work on your ancestral line. How are you being called to drop your defences and unwind past wrongs? We've got Well and Orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound and diving deep. The Well and the Orca elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul song. Looking into the eye of a well is something you'll never forget. Wells see into your very being, and in an instant, you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency. To bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door, to question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The Well and Orca elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings, to drop your hang-ups and personality flaws, and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the four chambers of your heart to emanate in all four directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal others your soul's true song, and endeavour to see the soul of all those you meet. How are you being called to share your soul's unique song? That's lovely. It's about being your authentic self, isn't it? Without putting the mask on, you can be yourself. Don't be shy. Just step forward. Child of the cosmos. Child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. There's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist the force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will. And it's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated, and as we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities that ever were, are, or will be. And to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. How can you surrender more deeply so the intelligent flow of life? So how can you be yourself and go along with the river of life, the flow of life, by just saying to the universe, I surrender. Just let all those anxieties, fears, stress, anything go, and just lay back and wait and see what presents to you. We've got earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world, but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it, to have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend towards immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul, having a human experience, means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth, and you're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world. To learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer for you. Do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? Well, that gives us something to think about, doesn't it? So I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Loving blessings to you. I apologise for the picture, but that's the way it is at the moment. Much love.